Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Capital City Baptist Church. I am just wanting to share some thoughts that just kind of came to mind, particularly because today I got, I saw a picture that just really got me going. It was about one of my students that I had when I taught in a charter school in Elk Grove. And this young man that, was in my class, I taught his older brother, and then he was in my class as well, this one. And today I saw a picture of him in Facebook, and I didn't recognize him almost. He has grown so much and become a young man now. He's gone as that little boy that he used to be, and it just kind of blew me away, how quickly these young people just grow up on us. But what I wanted to share with you was just that whole concept, the whole concept of how we're getting older, how we continuously are getting older. I'm not going to be 40 ever again, at least not in this lifetime, and I don't know how it's going to be in eternity. It's like I don't think years are going to matter anymore, but I'm not going to be 40 again in this earth. And pretty soon, sooner or later, I'm not going to be 50 either, or in my 50s. Time goes by, and it goes fast. And thinking about that, and thinking about that young man and other young men. I by the way, I sent a real quick email to his dad, and telling him, man, what happened to Joshua? And his dad was just kind of chuckling and says, yeah, he got even taller than his older brother. And he just said, I can't even believe that he's grown so fast. Anyway, in his email back to me, he wrote some things that, of course, touched my heart. And he said how much he appreciated, the influence that I had in his life and whatnot. Well, and I guess that comes to the territory. If you're a teacher, you don't just teach class. You don't just teach a subject. You teach life. You're a mentor in many ways. Whether you want to or not, and or an example, if you will. And sometimes you can be an example for being a mentor, and other times, in some cases, you could be an example of what not to be, frankly. So may us as Christians always, seek to want to do the right thing, and be the example that God would have us to be. But regarding that, I was thinking about Scripture, and it says like this in 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 2. It says, and what you have heard from me in the presence of many witnesses, entrust to faithful men who will be able to teach others also. Now, that strikes an even greater chord with me. Why? Because as we get older, as believers, we're supposed to be trying to train up the next generation to move forward. I love the fact that I see young men and women, that are coming from non-Christian homes, to come to the Lord. But frankly, our responsibility is at home first. And I don't mean just, my four walls of a house, if you will. I'm talking about the people that we serve with in our own church, the young. We're supposed to be that example. We need to be that example. We need to be mentors of those who are younger than us so that they too will stand up one day and take our place. We need to train up young men, young women to continue on what we have started or that we have taken on from others that have gone before us. Brothers and sisters, what a great responsibility. What a wonderful responsibility to be able to train up the next generation. But, oftentimes, I think we kind of shy away from that. We get to a certain age and we think, well, I'm just not relevant anymore, so nobody's going to listen to me. Well, I beg to differ. I beg to differ because Paul spoke to Timothy and he wrote epistles to him and told him things that he needed to do as a young pastor. And I would imagine Timothy probably ate, slept, everything, dreamed those epistles. We are what God has left on this earth to train up the next. When we got saved, we started living for Christ. But as we get older, that doesn't stop. We just need to start changing what we've done before and start preparing the next group of people, the next guard, if you will. What a gift, what a privilege to be able to be the mentors, the trainers of the ones to come. What will be your legacy? What will be mine? You know, as the older I get, the more I realize I want to leave a good one. Because the Lord deserves it. God has given us that privilege. Let's use it to honor Him in the best way we can through Christ who strengthens us. Let us be the example, the mentors, the leaders, the trainers for the next generation. Let's not shy away from new things. Let's embrace them if it belongs to Christ and if it glorifies Christ. And let's be that example we need to be so our young people will have a legacy they can remember and continue it for the honor and glory of the Lord. Thank you for listening. I so appreciate all of you and love you in the Lord. I can't wait to see you on Sunday as I look forward every Sunday now. Such a privilege to be together with you all. But let's remember again, we're being an example. We're being an example every day. Let's make sure our younger ones see that example that we need to be for the Lord and for them to be inspired to walk with Him. Thanks again. God bless.